And it's time for Lefties Losing It. And let's start with fallen celebrity Ellen DeGeneres, who is such a horror show that she's been variously described by staff and guests as toxic, terrifying, manipulative, demeaning, and the worst and meanest person I've met. Yes, that fake persona, the down-to-earth girl with a sunny disposition, well, that all fell apart when those who worked with Ellen exposed what she was really like behind the scenes, including this terrifying tidbit from a cameraman who alleged that an employee was pressured to move their child's bone marrow transplant to accommodate Ellen's schedule. Yikes. So naturally, we are just desperate to know what lefty Ellen, who fled Trump's America to move to the UK, thinks about ICE and efforts to deport illegal immigrants.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to say I am so sorry for what is happening in Minneapolis and our country, really, but specifically Minneapolis right now because it's where I shot my last stand-up special, and everybody there couldn't have been more lovely. I shot it there because they say it's the happiest city in America, and I found that to be true. So my thoughts and my prayers are going out to everyone. And I'm proud of everyone who's protesting peacefully, and I am sorry for anyone who has been hurt just for protesting, for doing what you should be doing.
Oh, she's proud of the protesters, is she? The supposedly peaceful protesters who spit on ICE agents, who attack them, try to run them over. And good news, these feral protesters aren't just busying themselves storming churches and attacking law enforcement and trying to help criminals escape deportation. They're devoting a whole day to a walkout. This is a campaign headed by actress Frances Fisher. She's as mad as hell.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
On January 20th, we are walking out to free America.
And walking in to remove the regime.
We're walking out of work, walking out of school.
We're walking out of anywhere and everywhere.
Because it's past time that we stop cooperating with fascism.
It all sounds a little bit insurrection-y to me. They want to remove the regime, as they call it. They mean the democratically elected president who won in a landslide?
Congress has the power to remove a tyrant from office. It's not an option. It's their sworn duty.
So at 3 p.m., we'll start walking in to local congressional offices to demand impeachment and removal.
We are peacefully demanding that our representatives file their own articles of impeachment
Against Trump and senior Trump officials.
And we are demanding that they force a vote.
Donald Trump has committed tyranny and obstruction of justice.
And turning ICE into a paramilitary force is an act of treason.
On January 20th, we are telling our congressional officials that it is their duty right now to impeach, convict, and remove.
Impeach, convict, and remove.
impeach, convict, and remove.
Yep, what they're talking about there is a peaceful coup, an insurrection, probably something the FBI should be keeping an eye on. And talking about the FBI, they're going to investigate the storming of a church in Minneapolis by anti-ICE activists who terrorised parishioners, including children. And guess who was there with them? Former CNN hack Don Lemon.
Just imagine it's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here. But again, careful, it's very slippery right here. Yeah. It's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here, but that's what really, careful, please, really slippery. Not kidding. That's what protesting is about, and so
that's what protesting is all about, terrifying young children. You can see kids there being forced to leave the church service. They should be safe in the sanctity of a church. This is your idea of a righteous protest, a terrified child there being comforted by adults. I mean, what sort of an absolute callous clown is Don Lemon? And if you think he's taken any accountability for his part in this activism, you'd be wrong. Apparently, anyone upset must be a white supremacist.
And there's a certain degree of entitlement. I think people who are, in the religious groups like that, it's not the type of Christianity that I practice, but I think that they're entitled, and that entitlement comes from a supremacy, a white supremacy. And they think that this country was built for them, that it is a Christian country, when actually we left England because we wanted religious freedom. It's religious freedom, but only if you're a Christian and only if you're a white male, pretty much. And so, yeah, I absolutely 100%, but it's an intimidation tactic. And, I said, I don't understand how I've become the face of it when I was a journalist. I do understand that I'm the biggest name there.
Where does one start? So, if you object to a mob of crazed lunatics storming a church during Sunday service, frightening little kids of all colours, then you're a selfish, entitled white supremacist. That's the story you're running with, Don. And interesting that he chose to speak there to Jennifer Welch, the uniquely awful hard left hater who cheered on those who called for conservatives to be killed, including those who defended the murder of Charlie Kirk. She's so full of bile and hate, and the fact that she has any presence on mainstream media like MSNBC, MS Now, shows you how far the left have fallen. Here she is with male Karen Jim Acosta talking about mass arresting her political opponents, including the likes of Elon Musk and President Trump.
Yes. Blue tsunami means that Congress is going to haul Elon Musk, big balls, and a bunch of other people's ass in front and say, what crimes did you commit? And it's going to get really serious. And the same with Trump, because I believe, and this is just my opinion, that Trump and all of the bottom-feeding morons surrounding him, and Elon Musk and all the bottom-feeding Klingeroners that surround him, I think they commit crimes every day. And I think to reconcile all of this is going to take hardcore, not integrity Democrats. F you Democrats, f you f***ing over our country. We are serious about this. We are prosecuting.
There you go. She wants to round up her political opponents, and to use her words there, she is not interested in integrity Democrats. She wants those who will weaponize the justice system again to attack conservatives. How did that work out the last time, Jen? Now, I've long said a septum ring is a signal to the world, a warning of serious mental health issues. And here's further proof of that theory. This woman, I think, doesn't just need a straitjacket. I think she needs a jail cell.
You can just kill ICE agents. You know that? You can just kill them. You don't have to hold your phone in their face and ask people when their birthday is and ask people what their name is and then try to find wherever they end up in Los Angeles. You can kill them. This isn't about social media clout anymore. This isn't about video. This isn't about the phone. This is about get a gun and start killing ICE agents. They are deputized corrections officers. Kill them.
Now, while the majority of Americans, including a big majority of the Latino community, were thrilled that the Trump administration removed Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro from power, there are some who are unhappy about the flow of narcotics into America slowing, pushing up prices. Here is Alex Stein addressing his local council.
Because ever since that jerk Donald Trump arrested Nicolas Maduro, I can't find cocaine in the city to save my life. And if I do get a guy on the phone, I get the drug dealer on the phone. I'm like, Ivan, I need an 8-ball. You realize how much an 8-ball costs now? Do you know how much an 8-ball costs, Cheryl? A lot of money now. All because Nicolas Maduro. I'm sick of Donald Trump outlawing my ability to access cocaine in this freaking city because Flomo's got the best blow. Flomo has got the best blow. But with all that being said, I just want to say, for all of the people that are seeking asylum out of Venezuela, all big booty Latinas are welcome at my place. All big booty Latinas, if you're a 9, you're fine.
Alex Stein joins me now. Alex, were the members of Flower Mound Council sympathetic to your plight?
You know what? Surprisingly, they were not sympathetic whatsoever. And a couple of police officers talked to me as soon as the meeting was over. But luckily, they kind of know who I am and understood what I was trying to do. So thank God I didn't get arrested at that meeting.
Well, yes, also your sign inviting big booty Latinas, whether they're illegal or not, to reside at your house. I think that would have raised a few eyebrows in itself. Now, we all know about the unprecedented fraud in Minnesota, billions of taxpayer funds squandered, stolen. But that hasn't inspired other blue states and cities to look in their own backyards for similar schemes. Here is Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson explaining why she's reluctant to investigate claims of Somali fraud in Seattle.
Problematic to have random people showing up to daycares. Yeah, I mean, I think the fear in the Somali community is real. The fear in immigrant communities are real. So we're taking that very seriously.
Along those lines, have you asked anyone to follow up on the fraud claims, either to the Department of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs or SPD?
No.
So there's, as far as you're concerned right now, there's no reason to suggest there's any sort of fraud?
This whole issue is not really about fraud, right? It's about dividing and conquering. It's about making an immigrant community a target.
There you go, Alex. There's no reason to investigate. It's problematic, and she's clearly more worried about what she calls fear in the Somali community than any sort of fraud that could be happening under her nose.
No, Rita, you're exactly right. And the real problem is that we have a two-tier justice system. If I, as a legal American citizen, was trying to run some sort of daycare fraud, I would get caught and I would be held accountable for all of the crimes that I committed. But if you're a Somali that is here, on a green card or some sort of temporary immigration status, when you get arrested for a serious crime like this, you get deported. So they basically have a get out of jail free card, which is the real problem in all this, because it encourages them to actually do some sort of illegal enterprise to make money. So that's why the American citizens are frustrated. Yes, it's a lot of money, but we're frustrated that illegal immigrants can come here and take away social services and tax-paying dollars that I paid. Also, they can have Bentleys and drive around in fancy cars. It's ridiculous, Rita.
Before you go, Alex, investigative reporter James O'Keefe has uncovered some startling information about a Secret Service agent assigned to Vice President J.D. Vance. Thomas Escotto, a holdover from the Biden administration, was caught on video disclosing high-level information about the VP and his family. And Alex, he seemed very relaxed, very happy to reveal this information to a total stranger in person and also via text messages.
Well, Rita, I'm very good friends with James O'Keefe. I'm not trying to, name drop. And I remember James calling me before this came out, and he said, Alex, this is the biggest thing that I've ever uncovered. He thought this was going to be his magnus opus. And of course, it was a huge thing, and I'm so thankful that you're covering it. But just think about this. We have a Secret Service agent that is joking about a derelict of duty and getting the vice president, potentially, hurt. So this is a huge story. I think this is an indication that there is a deep state, that even though Trump is in power, there's a lot of people that are high up that don't agree with Donald Trump.
Alex Stein, thank you so much for your time tonight.